In this video, we are going to see about GSM, that is Global System for Mobile GSM, and this is a standard developed by European Telecommunication Institute, Standards Institute, and it describes some protocols for digital cellular network communication purpose. For example, we are using mobile phones and tablets, so the communication between two devices using this GSM, it uses some protocols, and these protocols are defined by the institute, that is ETSI, European Telecommunication Standard Institute. So first, this GSM architecture consists of three major subsystems. So first one is base station subsystem, BSS, and second one is network switching subsystem, NSS, and third one is operational support subsystem, OSS, and mobile station, that MS, that also a subsystem, but it considers an integrated part of base station subsystem, BSS. So basically there are three subsystems involved in GSM. One is BSS, second one is NSS, third one is OSS. So this is the entire diagram of GSM architecture. So first it consists of mobile station, and second it consists of base station, and next it having network switching, and final one is public network. And this base station it having base transceiver station, base transceiver station, and base station controller, and this home location register, and this one is visitor location values, and database, and this one is authentication, and this is a heart of any cellular digital communication system, that is mobile switching center. This is a heart, this is a very important part of cellular communication system. And this entire known as operational support subsystem, and this one is public network. So this is the entire diagram of GSM architecture. So in for exam point of view, you have to study the operation of each part involved in GSM architecture, the basic function of each unit involved in GSM architecture. You can expect question from that. So for that, first consider this mobile station. And this mobile station, it made up of two entities. One is mobile equipment, that is nothing but your mobile. There is a handheld device, that is mobile, your mobile phone, and next one is subscriber identity module, SIM card, and you know the use of both mobile and SIM card, and that is considered as mobile station. Second one is base station subsystem, and the basic function of this BSS is make an interface between the mobile station and all other subsystem of GSM. It make an interconnection between mobile station and the other part of other subsystem of GSM, and it consists of two parts. One is base transceiver station, BTS, and the operation of this BTS, or it encodes, encrypts, multiplexes, modulates, and feeds the radio frequency signal to the antenna. And it consists of both transmitter and receiver unit, that is transceiver units, and it communicates with mobile station via radio air interface. My next part is mobile station controller, BSC, and it manages radio resources for BTS. It controls the base station, base transceiver station, BTS. So that is the main function of this BTS, and it assigns frequency and time slots for all mobile station in its area, and it handles call setup and functionality handover for each MS radio power control, and it communicates with MSC via interface and also a BTS, and it communicates MSC. It make an interface between MSC and also BTS. So the main function of this base station subsystem, it make an interface between mobile station, because mobile station is your first part of your GSM. Now you can interface that mobile station to mobile switching center, otherwise all other subsystem of GSM using those BSS devices. So next one is network switching subsystem. So next part is NSS. It manages the switching function of that system. So this is the main part of your communication system, digital communication system. So network switching subsystem, it switch where you want to send the messages, or where you no, where from you to receive the signal. Each and every this communication comes under this device, that is network switching subsystem. It manages the switching function of the system, and it allows MSC to communicate other networks such as BSTN and ISTN. It communicate to other, it make interface from one GSM system to other networks. That is the main function of this network switching subsystem, and it having some different units. The first unit is mobile switching center, and this is the main part of your network switching subsystem, and it manages communication between GSM and other networks, and also it manages call setup function, routing and basic switching. It performs mobility management including registration, location updating, and inter BSS and inter MSC call handoff. And you know the procedure of handoff. That is, you have to hand over your call from one cell to another cell without any interruption. That is known as handoff. So it provides billing information also, and MSC does gateway function while it customer roam to other network by using HLR and VLR, and we will see what is HLR and VLR. So HLR is your home location register, that is your permanent database, that it is a permanent database about the subscriber in a large service area. Wherever this visitor location register that are temporary database, it can update its data based on your HLR database. So this is the difference between HLR and VLR. Next one is authentication center, authentication center, and it provides protection against any intruder in air interface. And next one is equipment identity registry, EIR, and these are the devices involved in network switching subsystem, NSS. So final one is operational support subsystem, OSS, and this is a subsystem to maintain the uh, operation of entire GSM architecture, and allows system engineer to monitor, diagnose the troubleshoot all aspect of GSM system. So maintenance, that is the main function of this OSS OSS devices in GSM architecture. So to maintain all telecommunication hardware and network operation with a particular market, to manage all charging and billing procedures, to manage all mobile equipments in the system. These are the major function of OSS. So considering GSM, you just go through the architecture and study all the operation of particular devices involved in this GSM architecture. You can expect question from that.